what's up,
Hey,
bro?
what is good?
How's
The
it
technical
going?
difficulties are solved.
How long have
I'm
you
ready.
been making music? And not
Um,
just your current music.
like my current music since like 2020, I want to say. Yeah, 2020.
And had like you were musical before that too?
Um, I played like the violin. I played the
Really?
violin for a while, and then I used to play like electric violin and violin and fucking. Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, that's a deep cut. That's really interesting. Violin, so what, you were in like band classes?
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I just fucking like took like lessons and shit. Like fucking a bunch of my homies like used to play violin and like fucking they all hated it because like they had to do it for school. But then like I was like fuck it like I think like this instrument's hella sick and fucking I used to be like a hella like big like Lindsey Sterling fan, which was like hella
Yeah.
fucking random and fried. But like no, yeah, I used to like listen to hella Lindsey Sterling and like I feel like that's what like put me on to like wanting to like play the violin.
Totally, dude. And she was one of the first people that like came up as a musician on YouTube, which seemed pretty like
Uh,
I
yeah,
hadn't.
like it was unheard of at the time, I feel like.
Right.
You're hella right about that.
Right. So seeing some, even if it is violin and it's not what we ended up doing, like just seeing that felt like, yeah, me too. That was such an inspiration.
No, for real. I was like, damn, you can like really like you don't even have to have anyone like backing you. You could just do this shit yourself.
Yeah, totally. And what a fun thing to do yourself.
No, literally, it's so sick.
So, how old were you, or like what grade were you in when you like discovered like scene, emo, goth, like the subcultures that you kind of represent now?
Fuck, like I always kind of knew about them, you know what I'm saying? And like I always kind of fucked with like the emo subculture and the emo music, but I didn't really start dressing the way I dress and like really delving into that subculture until I was in like halfway through my freshman year. And I graduated in 2021. I just remember like looking in the mirror one day and I was like, I realized that I looked like everyone else at my high school. And like, not only that, but I looked like like a bunch of the kids that were just like mean and were just like
Sure.
dicks and that like I didn't like at all. I was like, why am I dressed like a bunch of like these people that like I don't fuck with that are like hateful, evil people. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to be dressed like them. And so like all of a sudden, like I was just like, I looked in the mirror, and this was like one night, and I decided that I was gonna change the way that I looked so drastically that I would be so different from everyone around me. And I kind of just fell into the alternative subcultures by dressing like that because like the shit I was doing was just so like out there and shit that people just labeled me as that like as emo or goth or whatever. And then so I kind of just like went with it. You know what I'm
Cool.
saying?
Yeah, and it was really just like finding your place outside of people who didn't make you feel like you were respected.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah, no, I was just like, honestly, fuck all you guys. Like, I'm trying to be on my own shit. Like,
Right. That's pretty interesting. I think that, I mean, that's probably about the right time to really figure out who you're gonna try and be for the rest of your life. High
no,
school.
literally. And like, to this day, like, I'm still having a fucking identity crisis, bro. Like, I don't think fucking anyone ever fully figures that shit out about themselves. Like even until like after like fucking like they're like an adult and like have fully grown up and like have like a job and like a family. Like people who like are like still on like they're like fucking like trying to figure out who they are. It's a process for everyone for sure.
What type of music were you listening to at that time?
Oh,
Like when you
fuck.
started to discover, you know, yeah,
Hell, SoundCloud, fucking SoundCloud, like Black Cray, like lots of lots of lots of Lil Tracy and like Young Bruh. I don't really listen
yeah,
to a lot of that shit anymore, But in high school, I was definitely big on that, and a lot of Bones. Bones was like my shit. In high
Oh
school,
yeah,
Bones was like my shit. Like I listened to so much Bones,
that's
and
really
then
cute.
like other than that, I listened to like Green Day and fuck. What's another like a bunch of other electronic music too, like Dead Mouse. I listened to a lot of fucking Dead Mouse in high school, and then as the years went on, like probably midway through my sophomore year, I started listening to more like cloud rap shit, like Young Lean and like Blade and all that shit. I like people
Yeah,
tried to put me on that shit before, but I thought that shit was whack at first. I thought like all that shit was whack, which is funny because like Blade and Young Lean and all those fools, like definitely if those fools weren't around, like the music I make probably wouldn't exist. Like hyperpop and shit,
yeah,
or at least like the mix like wouldn't exist to the level that it exists.
yeah, yeah. I can agree with that. Like, d definitely. If I mean, what? Like the first super ridiculously popular like hyperpop was 100 gex, but before them, like there were artists who were like trap metal and like scene like early scene core like
Yeah, like
Broken
Broken
Side and shit.
Side. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
No,
all
yeah,
of that.
that shit's so different. Like people think that scene core is like this new thing. Like scene core has existed for so long,
Right.
and it's just different now. It's just like this. It's just happened to be like the music did the same thing as the clothes. The 2020s are just the early 2000s all over again, if you really think about it. Like, we might as well be in like 2005 in terms of the way alternative kids be like dressing. Nah, more than 2005. Probably like 2000, probably like 2007.
Right. I yeah. I hear you. I hear you. It's that like every couple of like once the teenagers become adults, they start feeling nostalgic for what's and then that becomes cool again because
Exactly,
they're the
exactly.
trendsetters now.
History repeats itself, and style is no exception to that rule.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Let's see. Where did your name come from?
My
Where did
name?
Paradox come from?
Paradox comes from just me being into like philosophy and just that word in general, but it also comes from just having like the way that I dress not being a representation of, and I know this is gonna sound funny because it's like it's totally a stereotype, but like people would look at me and they would think that I'm unapproachable, or at least I've been told that, right? And then you come up to me and you talk to me, and it's like if you talk to me, you know that like I'm totally cool, like I'll be your
Right.
friend any day, like we could literally talk for like about anything or fucking forever, like I'm easy to talk to.
Sure, it's the paradox between your inner self and your outer self.
Exactly. But what gave me the idea for the name is me and my girlfriend one day we were walking through Rite Aid, and at the time I was still going by Luke's Demons, which is such a funny name for me. It was so edgy. It was so unnecessarily edgy.
Deep
Like, oh my
cut.
god. Like you could tell like there was a certain point in time where I just wanted my aesthetic to just be like overly edgy,
Sure.
and it was just next level. But like, yeah, we were walking through the Rite Aid, and this dude like comes up to my girlfriend, like he's like some older guy, and he's like, "Your outfit is a total paradox." He's like some like old man, and he told my girl that her outfit is a total paradox, and like I was like, "That's a good compliment." I was like, "That's crazy." I was like, "That's hella sick." And
Yeah.
and then like I just started thinking more and more about the word paradox, and at the time I was already kind of like trying to think of a new name because I wasn't trying to be like on some like super edgy shit anymore. So I just decided I was like, okay, paradox is it. Like that's fucking hard. But I took hella inspiration from all the fools that had like numbers in their name at the time. Like
Yeah.
I was really big in listening to like Parker at the time because it was like early 2020. Parker's now known as like Osquin.
Hmm.
And so but it was like P4R fucking KR or some shit. Like it was spelled with a 4. Like
Right.
and fucking, I just thought that was hella sick. And other people had it too. Other people had it too. Like, hell, people had like ones at the beginning of their name and shit. And it just reminded me of like old Modern Warfare 2 days and just like making gamer tags and shit. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's sick. I'm gonna replace the P in my name with a 9 and make it 9aradox.
Totally. Totally. Yeah, what I just asked what speaking of your live performances, what's the favorite show you've ever done, if you have one? Or
I'm
like
gonna
most
have
memorable?
I'm gonna have to say either fuck the honestly my first big show I ever got in LA with Capo, Mayhem, Dreamcatch, and Baymac was pretty crazy. And I might just be remembering it that way because it was one of the first big shows I ever
Sure.
performed. So like my memory of it might be like hyping it up more than it was, but it felt like there was so many people there. Like yeah, no, that one was crazy. But I'd have to say I really like the Freak Show days. Like when we were going crazy at Freak Show. I really like the freak show we had with Sebi. That freak show was so sick because
Yeah.
Sebi was like one of my biggest inspirations for when I first started making music. I used to just watch Sebi on Twitch, and that's how like I first like that's how I picked what setup I wanted.
Really?
I copied the mic he bought. Like I bought the same mic as him, bought the same MacBook as him. I was like, I want to learn how to mix like Sebi.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and so to perform with him was hella sick. And then also all the How Weird festivals were super sick.
Yeah. That's a cool opportunity, playing a festival. That's really cool.
Yeah. And like the after parties, it's just cool. Anytime I get to perform multiple times in a day is really cool.
Yeah. That's gotta be cool. What, like, so speaking of like Freak Show and Zombie Gang, how did Zombie Gang form in the first place?
At first, I zombie was just something I had in my bio, like the way we spell it. I just thought it was like a little, and I had like a little like symbol. I used to have like a little symbol next to my name. I was just like a little zombie guy, like with the zombie.
Yeah.
He's just like a little like emoji
Little
gun thing.
emoji. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's like that's cool because like I don't know, I just like zombies and like I don't know, it's it's symbolic and shit. Like I just fuck with zombies hella hard, and so at the time I had like a group of friends that I was making hella music with, and we like are I think we already had a group chat or something, or maybe I just added them all to a group chat. I feel like I added them all to a group chat. Yeah, it was like me, Mateo, Polos, and Fazo. It's
Yeah.
the craziest lore. It's like that's the OG four, and
That's crazy.
fucking we were trying to figure out what to call it, and then I just like I was like looking at my account, and I was like, oh my god, zombie.
Yeah.
That's what like that we're just gonna call it Zombie Gang because at the time Nova Gang was so popping and like I
Mm,
was so inspired by that like that shit was so tough and like it wasn't like lame Nova Gang or not lame. I'm not that Nova Gang's lame now, but it's like it was when Nova Gang was like peak and everyone was in it. Like when their like roster was stacked, like they
yeah.
had so many people in that shit. It was actually insane. And I was
Yeah.
also
And collectives are
inspired by
cool.
Drain Gang too. Drain Gang was also why I put the gang at the end of it.
Right. Right. I mean, collectives are sweet. Like just having that group, like we said
Definitely,
earlier.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's cool to have people that are like-minded that are also your friends that have similar goals as you and everything.
Yeah.
And
Totally. Totally.
we, early zombie was crazy because we had all these people in like our Discord servers, and we were in all these different Discord servers in 2020 with all these people that are like huge now, you know,
Yeah.
like Glaive and shit. Like Glaive was in the zombie server. Fucking like Lou
Wow.
was in the zombie server. Fucking Osquin was in the zombie server. I remember being like all like in service with all those fools. Like I remember like it's like I'm not like I don't really talk to polos that much anymore. Like I don't talk to polos at all anymore actually. But that's another fucking story. I'm just not gonna talk about that here. But fucking, he actually had music. He actually has like music with fucking Two Hollis, who is like fucking huge right
Yeah.
now. And like so, like early zombie was crazy. Like there, we were just like, it was a different era. We would just get on Discord. And it was during lockdown too, so
Yeah.
all of us were just trapped at home, just with nothing but our computers. So we were just making so much fucking music. It was actually insane.
Yeah. That's a crazy start. Okay. What keeps you? Because like for me, working in the same genre, like every time I make music, can feel a little bit like stagnant. Like sometimes I feel like, am I improving? Am I still fully like enthralled in this genre? Like, do I want to try new things? Like, how do you keep the spark alive in your relationship with scenecore or hyperpop or whatever you make? You know what I mean?
For me, it's just trying to put my own spin on it. It can feel stale when I feel like the way that it feels most stale is when you're just trying to emulate a sound that you've heard rather than
Right.
searching for your own new sound, you know? And I don't just mean that in terms of like the beats you're getting on. I'm talking like like take Crucify April for example. That person, like every time that person makes music, every time that dude makes music, it's like something I've never heard
Yeah.
before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's actually and and that I he makes more music than anyone I've ever seen, like just stagnantly. Like when that fool is idle, like he just makes music and like
Yeah.
his ideas always like it feels like he never runs out of ideas, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like I think it's important to really push what you think is you're capable of. And I know that sounds cliche, but like you especially with vocalists, like for me it's like I'll get stuck in like a certain delivery for so long because I know it works and I know that
Right.
that's like one of the deliveries I do and it's good, and like I'll be like okay, like I don't like I won't even think to try to come up with a new delivery because I know that system works. I'm like okay, like this is a good flow for me, this is a good delivery. But it's like if I do that so many times, it's fucked. It's fucking fucked. Like I will, you can't, you start to feel like all your songs sound the same. You're like fuck. You're like okay, I can't drop this song because it sounds exactly like fucking this song.
Sure.
You know, and it's the same thing with producing. It's if you have your f I mean fucking it's different for every DAW, but fucking if you have your scale highlighting on the same chords every time and you draw out your melodies like that, fucking in that same scale every time, you're
Right.
gonna get tired of fucking producing. You know what I'm saying? Or like using the same, like the sound effect pack, using the same bass every time, using the same kicks every time. It's like that shit'll make you like go insane. You need to step out of your element and fucking try some shit that you wouldn't normally picture yourself doing. And also like what helps me too is if I do have a creative block, because it fucking happens to everyone. No one can fucking make music all the fucking time and not get burned out. Unless you're
Right.
like, I don't know, unless you're like have fucking superpower or some shit, or you're on drugs. Like it's like everyone gets burnt out, and when you get burnt out, you just need to listen to music. You just need to listen to hella music. Like go and listen to like go on SoundCloud. Like SoundCloud is so lit because no matter what, you could never listen to, and this has been true before SoundCloud, but now especially, you
Yeah.
could never listen to all the music in the world. Like
Right.
ever, ever, ever. And not even close. You probably can't even listen to like fucking 5% of the music in the world. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So go
Yeah.
out and just find some shit that you love because you haven't even found your favorite song yet, you know? And you could say that even if you go and find your favorite song.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's a really saturated uh like library of content, and that breeds for tons of inspiration. Do you ever feel like you have trouble cutting through the oversaturation and making your stuff stand out
No,
against
that's
artists
never
who?
been a that's never ever been a problem for me. Like I can
Yeah.
see like even if I'm subconsciously stealing someone's idea, which I know I do sometimes because that's how human beings fucking
Sure.
work.
That's
Like
inspiration.
fucking I'm just I feel like I'm so unapologetically like true to myself that like there's no even if I did accidentally say the same lyric as someone or hop on the same beat as them, it's not gonna sound the same at all
Right.
because it's like it's me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's you. It's always unique. It's always unique to who I am, and I feel like that's true for everyone. But it's like everyone has that within them, you know. But you can never unlock that if you're just trying to be a Two Hollis clone or a fucking Barely Human
Right.
clone or a fucking David Shoddy clone or a fucking Netspend clone. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
you might get your start. You might start to understand things, but you're never going to grow past like being derivative.
Yeah, and that's why so against presets. That's why when people are like, "Oh yeah, I got this preset," like when they first start making music, I'm like, "No, don't do that. Like, fucking make your own. Like
Yeah,
maybe record a couple songs to figure out how you want to sound on a preset, or like pick a preset apart to like see what plugins do what, you
sure.
know? But don't just use other people's presets to make that type of song. Like don't be going on a Noskov type beat with the Noskov preset that everyone else has. Like that's cringe. You
Right.
want to use it's not cringe. It's like obviously if you like it's like fucking like if you want to experiment and fucking do whatever like I can't hate on you for that, you know, because it's fucking music and it's hard to make a preset. But you should be trying to figure out how to mix yourself,
Yeah.
or having your engineer come up with a unique sound for you, so you can, or like if you're a producer, figuring out some sort of like sound designing your own
Yeah.
shit so you can have something that sets you apart from these other artists that's impossible to replicate because it came from your brain.
It feels like the musical equivalent of like a coloring book, to where it's like you didn't make that, but it's a good place for you to maybe learn how to make it in the future.
Definitely.
But
Or it's
yeah,
like a good way to or it's a good way to like fucking like have fun, you know? Like sometimes I'll record on one of my like homies presets that they made like just to like make like a fuck
yeah,
around song if I don't feel like mixing myself, you know?
totally.
Like and it's different when you're recording with someone in person too. Like it's a completely different situation, you know?
Right. If you're recording on their setup and they know their mic better, and
Yeah,
they
exactly.
know
You're like, "All
what.
right, you want these effects and shit," and then like we could
Yeah.
just EQ it together or something.
So, like, okay, what is like the future of you and your collective zombie gang?
Fuck, it's hard to say right now with Zombie because I'm trying to revamp it. I'm about to start like a Zombie Gang tape. But before I do that, I'm planning on releasing a single, like a cipher as like a single with like every member that is a revamped member.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add a few new people too. And that's just in the near future. But my plans for it, like what I really want to do, like more than anything, like a long term goal is throw a show in like Tokyo or some shit.
Yeah.
And like yeah, or perform out of the country anywhere, but Tokyo is the end goal. I want to like
That's your
link
dream
go to
show.
Japan, link up with Star Kids and fucking throw a fucking rave in Tokyo and like go fucking crazy.
That's the dream show.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Which is totally achievable. I
Yeah.
have family there, and fucking Espion, one of the members of Star Kids, she follows me back. Like we like fucking like DM every now and then, and they're fucking super cool. Like I fuck with her hella hard, and like I'd love to go out to fucking I'd love to go out there and kick it with all of them.
Right. Well, okay, if that's a dream show, whose dream feature?
Dream feature.
Yeah. I'll tag them.
Oh my god, dream feature. Oh
Or a
fuck, that's
couple. You could
so
list a
hard.
few. You could list a
That's
few.
that's so hard. Dream future? What? Dream feature.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna have to say fucking. I'm gonna have to say like Black Eyed Peas or like
That's crazy. Yeah.
or like I don't know,
That's
bro. Someone
cool.
crazy like like Shakira or some shit
That'd be that'd be
with like
crazy.
the
Paradox
chops.
Shakira
Like
feature will win.
I just want to mix like a pop icon from like the early 2000s or like a Kesha feature. If I could get a Kesha feature, that'd be insane.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
s- someone who I want to work with in my scene that's bigger than me is Barely. I'd like to work with Barely again. You know,
Yeah.
we're on music. We're on a song together, but back then my mix was like it was meh. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
Utah.
My mix is good now.
Yeah. That's Utah, right? The song's called
Yeah,
Utah or something like
Utah.
that.
Yeah, Hoshi's on that song too.
Yeah.
And then, fuck, I'd like to make a song. I'd like to make music
I mean, he said start
with like
rules.
with like Gerard Way or like fucking
Yeah.
like get like Pierce the Veil to make like a fucking instrumental for me or some shit,
Yeah,
or
Panic for MCR.
yeah, or like a Hail the Sun collab would be crazy.
That would be
Like, I don't know,
insane.
something insane where like they lay down some like chords or some shit,
Yeah.
like emo guitar or something, and then I fucking like make it into like a dance beat or some shit.
And you are playing a show with Broken Side, right? Or you already did? That's
Dude,
coming up?
I was going to, but that shit fell through. I fucking wish.
Bro.
I was supposed to perform on Cyrus's fucking Fab Fantasy tour before they split up.
Mm,
And then like all that shit went down.
yeah.
Fucking apparently a bunch of shit with the venue and SF fell through, and like some shit with Ketseki and Asterio went down. I don't know. I wasn't really in the loop too much.
Man.
I just know that it was that the tour was canceled, or the SF date was canceled at least. I don't know if the whole tour is canceled, but
That's,
yeah, it was gonna be.
whatever.
It's whatever. I'll get my chance again. I'm not
Yeah.
too worried about it. You know. You know
And I
how it
mean,
goes.
yeah, even the chance to like, did you chat with them at all, Broken Side? Because for me,
They
that
follow
would be a
me. They
yeah,
follow me on Instagram. Yeah,
right.
they're cool. I fuck with Broken Side. Like definitely one of my fucking like one of like my like childhood inspos. Like they follow me on Instagram. Yo, shout out Cyan. Cyan's
Cyan,
goated. Yeah,
yo.
go check out Cyan's music. Speaking of fucking people in the scene, Cyan's someone in the scene too. That's fucking goated. Yeah, no. But fucking Broken Side follow me. They're cool as fuck. I fucking like randomly they follow me. I think that's because of Baymac, to be honest. I think they follow me
Sure.
because of Baymac. Like, cause Bay, I was supposed to pop out to Baymac's fucking Cushion Candy tour, and then fucking cause they popped out again, and then fucking uh. I just couldn't make it because I had school that day. They popped out on like a fucking Wednesday or some shit.
Something weird.
Yeah, it was like Friday. It was like a Monday or something. I was like, you guys are throwing a show during the week? Yeah, I know, Cyan. We gotta lock in for real.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions,
Go
I
crazy.
guess.
Go crazy. I'll try not to get
No,
fucking to get caught up
you're
on them.
good. No.
All right.
Answer with as many words as you want.
All right, it's
Um,
hella good.
what was the first show you ever did, and how'd you get it so that people listening can take your advice?
First show I ever did was at a skate park in Sebastopol, California, which is the hometown where I went to high school, and it was a really small show.
Yeah.
Probably had less than 30 people there, but we had
Freeze.
stop. You're back. There we
Yeah.
go. Okay. Fucking yeah. So I was making hella Roblox core on the internet hella time like for hella long, and at the time I was homies with this guy named Mystic, and I don't really talk to him anymore either. But fucking at the time I was like in like a little collective called Godly Untamable Youth with him, and fucking he would have like little shows all the time, and we would do this thing called Unifest, which was like this brand we had called Uni was like my homies yeah, the good old days, Templar. Yeah, you already know, Cyan. You already know. Fucking but yeah, fucking there was this brand we had called Uni, and we to like promote it, we would host Unifest, and fucking um it was like a little event at the skate park, like for like us and like like the little like skate community at the time, because like I was in fucking high school, like I couldn't
Yeah.
have been I was in sophomore, I think I was a sophomore or junior, and fucking yeah, we would just have like little like fucking performances there, and yeah, no auto tune. I'd like aux my phone up to like the fucking subs and fucking perform to like 28 skater kids,
Yeah.
and they would get lit, and it was cool. Like we'd have like little like mosh pits and shit, and like that was my first show, and the way I got it was just from like being like homies with those fools, and they knew that there was like kids at the skate park that like fucked with hyperpop. So like they knew if they put me, it was like me, Mateo, and Kenyon actually were
Mm,
on the lineup.
that's cool.
Because Kenyon's an OG member of Zombie too. Even though he never really popped out to any of the raves,
Yeah,
he used to run like DJ for us and shit, and he used to be like the main producer in Zombie.
that's really cool. Yeah, I'm glad I got to meet bro the other
Yeah,
day.
he's hella sick. He's like, dude, he's like the evil mastermind of Zombie Gang. I swear to God.
Bro, he's so funny too. He's such a fucking clown.
No,
It's so
literally,
funny hanging
you
out with
gotta,
him.
dude, you gotta interview him, bro. That interview would go crazy.
No doubt. Would give Nardwar
Yeah,
energy.
no, literally.
Okay, what was the first song that went off for you? What was the
Blood
first
all on my
song?
clothes.
Blood all on my clothes.
Yes, blood all on my clothes with featuring polos.
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit. That shit. I remember like I used to not get any fucking views on SoundCloud, bro. I would post, I'd get like 68 fucking get like 68 plays a fucking song,
yeah,
bro. And
yeah.
like at the time I didn't even really care. I was just trying to fucking make music. Like I was like whatever. The fact that I even am putting music up on SoundCloud makes me lit. And
Right.
then like we Polo's already had motion. I remember Polo's was like way more up than he like his music like kind of went viral before mine, and he was already like getting like thousands of plays and shit. And so like I like fucking got a beat from Number 48. Shout out Number 48, like one of the OG fucking scene core producers. They're goated as fuck too, so goated. Like to this day, they be just like putting the most goated beats up on YouTube. And I got on it and like that was the first scene core song I ever made. Like actually the first scene core song I ever made. And I made that shit on GarageBand on my MacBook with like a fucking with like same mic I have now, but I literally used stock GarageBand plugins to mix that
Yeah,
fucking song.
yeah.
Like stock GarageBand plugins to mix that song. Here, wait, it's literally right. It's literally right here. Wait, fuck.
Humble
Yeah.
beginning.
Blood all on my
Oh
clothes,
yeah,
and then 3 years ago, and now it's 10K now. It's kind of crazy,
that's
but
kind of
fucking
crazy.
but fucking yeah, the mix is kind of mid. But I just knew like I just heard like the inspiration for that song was uh Laptop by Dreamcash. And fucking, I heard that song. I was like, that's so cool. And I just was like, oh, this is like simple. It's just like a dance. It's just like a nightclub ass beat, like some shit I'd
Right.
hear. Like it sounds like happy hardcore or some shit. Fucking, it was like happy hardcore or some shit. And fucking, I was like, all I have to do is just like fucking like talk about like my emo ness on this shit is like be edgy, like fucking
Yeah.
that's easy. That's like how I am in my active state. Like fucking and so I just made it. I was like, yeah, if I just say like if I literally just say rah rah blood on my clothes, let's take a picture, it'll go crazy. And then I dropped
Yeah.
it and then like a week later it had 1K and that was the first time I ever hit 1K. I remember I woke
Yeah.
up the morning after I dropped it and I had like 200 plays and I hadn't even had a song that had broken 150 plays like before that. Like I did not have a song that had over 200 and I woke up and the first day it
Wow.
had 200 plays and I was just like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, like this is so insane." Like I'm like I literally like I feel like I like told my girlfriend that I was like blowing up. Like I was like fucking bro, like I'm blowing. I literally thought I had like that I was going fucking viral. I
Yeah.
thought I was going
You're like,
super
I'm
sick.
fine. I'm off. Flights booked.
Like
We
literally
there.
I was like no, and then like that was that and literally like I shit you not, like 2 weeks after that was when I got booked on that LA show that I was talking about
Yeah.
earlier. So like I really thought like for those like 3 weeks of my life, like I was like, holy shit, man, like this is it. Like literally, bro. Like
Yeah.
hitting 1K is like it's literally like the most like dopamine flooded experience ever,
Yeah.
bro. Because like before that you don't think that there's anyone like really there. Like you just think it's your homies. And then you realize you're like, whoa, like there's actually people out there that like fuck with me. Like it's the
Yeah.
coolest feeling ever, bro.
You go into the like the like background details and it tells you like, oh, you're getting plays in Chile, you're getting plays in
No,
Poland, you're getting
literally, that
yeah.
shit's fucking crazy, dude. And at the
Yeah.
time, I didn't even have SoundCloud Pro for artists. Fucking, I didn't get SoundCloud Pro for artists until like 2022, until like I was
Yeah.
like already doing like DNA raves.
Yeah, and I mean valid. So you said okay, so GarageBand is that your first dog?
First off ever GarageBand. I
So
fucked
and
around on
then
like Audacity before, but like I never made anything that was like fucking. It sounded like fucking like I was dropping Lego blocks onto the floor. Like I don't know, like.
all right, last like legitimate question.
Tell
is
good.
uh, what's your advice to the people you inspire? What's your advice to the people who you're their favorite musician?
Fuck, bro. If fucking whoever out there, I've only had like one or two people ever tell me that I'm their favorite artist. But
I'm sure
fucking,
there's
if you're
more.
out there listening right now, guy or fucking girl or whoever you are, if I'm your favorite artist, bro, my advice to you in whatever you do, even if fucking people are doubting you or whatever the fuck, like do what you want to fucking do. Like literally do whatever you fucking want to do. Society has all these standards set up for us, and I know this sounds cliche as fuck, but
Sure,
fucking do whatever the fuck you want to do. So that society has all these standards set in place for what we should do, or fucking what fucking a person, a successful person is supposed to look like. At the end of the day, bro, all that shit is just fucking some shit that some like fucking idiot made up in their head. You just need
sure.
to it's up to us to redefine what success is. If you're happy with your life, that's success. I'm just saying enjoy what you fucking have and enjoy what you do and do it with passion and fucking follow your dreams. Always follow your dreams.
I think that's totally fair. I think that's 100% fair. Like rich at heart, you know.
No, literally. Literally. And grind for that shit too. You gotta if you wanna do some shit like be a pro athlete or be a musician or some shit, you gotta want that like really badly. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go and fucking go out and just fucking do that shit like every day.
Yeah, totally,
Like
totally. Passion, like you said, passion and practice.
exactly.
As we're wrapping this up, do you want to plug any shows or any music you're making or any like, any
Um
music you've recently made?
um 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 wait, let me fucking pull up Instagram and shit. Yeah, follow me, obviously, and then go fucking go click on this and fucking check out my SoundCloud and my Spotify and shit. Yeah, follow me on SoundCloud, follow me on Instagram, follow Augie, obviously. Come fucking I should have an event for the 30th. I don't know if it will be on the West Coast or in New York yet. I fucking if performing here. If I don't perform here, I'm going to New York. So it'll be
East
one or
Coast
the other, and
Paradox.
I'll have. Wait, what'd you say?
East Coast Paradox. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
East Coast Paradox, bro. I'm coming back. I might be coming back to the East Coast. Either way, regardless, I'm definitely planning to come to the East Coast soon. And fucking yeah, come check me out and check me and Augie out. Hopefully me and Augie get booked on the same fucking show soon. I'm actually trying to plan some shit and I'm booking Augie. So fucking I don't know when exactly that is. I was planning for it to be late May, but I might have to push it back because I ended up getting booked and like that low key takes priority because it's already set in stone and
Yeah.
like bro's like trying to pay me and shit. So yeah, I'll let you know more details about that.
Right on. Well, thanks for chatting with me, bro.
Of course, twin.
Much love.
Let's fucking hang out soon. Fucking make another up tempo scene track.
Totally. Yeah, once again, go follow Luke, go follow Paradox, Paradox with a 9. I will put anything in whatever description, whether you're watching this on just Instagram or YouTube or if you're in the live or whatever, I will plug all his stuff down below. So check all that out, and thanks for
And
watching.
shout out Cyan, and shout out Trash Star, and shout out Restricting Gas, and shout out everyone that
Yeah.
was in this live. That was lit.
Yeah, thank you to all the people who watched for the last 40 minutes to an hour. We appreciate you. And I hope we can do more of these. And maybe if these start popping off, I'll get you on here again.
All right, yeah, it's hella good. Or I'll interview someone with you. That'd be hella funny.
Hell yeah.
It's hella good.
Hell yeah. Maybe we'll do one, in the crib.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
all
fucking
kick it.
do it. I'm hella down. Let's do
That
it.
sounds good.
All right, it's hella good, bro. You have a good
Right on,
night.
bro. Have a good night.
Peace.
Later. Hey guys, if you made it to the end, thank you for watching. Any interaction is appreciated. Likes, comments, shares, whatever, repost. If you want to vote on who comes on next, go to my Instagram and I'm going to be doing story polls. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
See ya.